Hi, I'm with Darren Hutchinson today, who's the owner of Visual Experience Specialists. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Mick. How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Yeah. Do you want to just kick off, Darren? Tell us a little bit about your business.
Certainly, yeah. So we've got the business is essentially based on a film production business, which I've been running for the past 20 years, which means that we essentially pick up a camera, we stick it in the back of the van, and we go out and film things. We edit it, we package it for social media, for marketing, YouTube, whatever our clients need. And during the pandemic, that side of things fell away considerably, as it did for all production companies, because there's not really much to film. So we built a second half to the business, as it were, which is which we call a visual media guy, which is essentially my little alter ego persona, showing people how to create their own marketing videos. And we have online tools, some of which are free that people can watch, and there are video courses that people can watch for free. Learn how to do it themselves if you don't have a vast marketing budget. If you do have a vast marketing budget, then give us a ring and we'll do it for you. That's generally how it works.
So how much of your business is in the media guy stuff, and how much in production?
Well, the majority of the work is in production. But what we find is that on the visual media guy side, it was always genuinely a project to help people, rather than me looking at the money and thinking, right, how can we make a great deal of money here? I always came at it from the point of view of say, well, we'll give as much as we can away for free, because there are people genuinely struggling out there, and the people that are not entirely sure how to start, and that they sometimes don't want to get involved with a video production company because they think they're going to be spending tens of thousands of pounds, which is not correct. But there we go. So we give the vast majority of that stuff away for free. And there are other sides to it as well that are little bits of extended courses and really in-depth training that we sell, which we do a few of.
Yeah.
But the vast majority of it is picking the camera up, out we go, and doing, because it's what I love. I love doing what I do. So the ability to do it is brilliant.
and what is it about it all that you love?
It's the variety. And it's the experience, and it's the meeting people that you wouldn't normally meet. It's being given access to places you'd never be able to go. It's the fact that nearly every single job that I do is completely different from the next one. And that variety in life and the ability to be creative with that is really special, really something that I genuinely appreciate.
So I'm guessing you've got a wide range of customers.
We have a very wide range of customers. Yeah, we've never pigeonholed ourselves into a specific area. We've always taken on jobs with people that we like for projects that we want to do. And we've been lucky that we can pick and choose like that, because we've got over the past 20 years of doing this, we've built up great relationships with the people that we work with, and companies and organizations, and they come back for more and more and more and more, which is brilliant. And it gives us the freedom to then be able to say, all right, we'd love to do this, but maybe not that one. That was not for us. Yeah.
And what would you say is different about your business, Darren, to other options that might be out there?
I don't know how to answer that. People ask that because I know a lot of the production companies out there, and they all do it for the same reason. They're all passionate about what they do. The thing that you get with me is somebody that will not sleep until I've done the best that we possibly can. It actually bothers me if somebody's going down the wrong path with the video marketing. It gets inside me, and I'm like, no. And I've had arguments with clients before, not heated arguments, but arguments where they've been like, no, I really want to do this, and I'm like, I can't let you do that. Okay, it's a really bad decision. So I think it matters to me, and also the fact that, once again, I feel like there's a few cliches here, but I'm not looking at the money side of things. We're looking at how can we make this brilliant. How can we build a relationship? How can we do what we need to do? How can we get you going? and everything else seems to take care of itself after that.
I love the passion. Lovely. So what does the future look like? What are the challenges that might lay ahead for you?
The challenges are, what is the landscape of this country going to be like in the next year or two, with the vast increase in everybody's spend in every bit of life, from energy to how that sort of impacts companies' decisions on spending. And one of the things that companies do when they're struggling with cash is they cut their marketing, which is always it's always a bad decision, but I can understand why people do it. So essentially what we need to be doing is probably getting ourselves out there a little bit more, getting our, just putting the feelers out there, getting ourselves, just rather than relying on what we have. I think this is going to be a challenge for all businesses to keep connected and keep building and keep growing in order to maintain the status quo, as it were, and obviously to grow as we do.
And is that something that you've got plans in place to approach?
I have actually just been carrying on with those plans just before we spoke. It's all about connecting. It's all about keeping in connection with people. It's about giving good advice on platforms like LinkedIn. It's about being known as a leader in the field, and people come to me. I don't sell things to people. I don't approach them and say, can I vlog you a video? We speak to people and say, are you all right? Are you struggling? Can I give you a hand? There are many times when I've spent half an hour on the phone to people and given them as much advice as I possibly can. And we don't hear from them again. And that's absolutely fine. It's not, because I'm like, yeah, I've done a good thing for today. We've gone out there. We've put this information out there. Somebody's working on it. And essentially that's the reason for it all, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah. So the 20 years, Darren, what have you learned along the way?
Don't buy silly things. It's a good one. We have a room behind here which is full of stuff, and I'm quite sort of impulsive when it comes to getting the latest tech and getting the latest stuff and expanding. The things that we can do are quite awesome. We've got 360 motion kit that can remote drive through places and get full world views of things, and we've got cable cameras, and we've got a bit of everything. But I would say probably half of the things in there we don't even use, because I've just bought it because I kind of fancied it, but there's never really been any use for it. So I think maybe don't spend as much, and I think that's it. I've loved it. I've had a really good time. I'm enjoying it. I don't, we've made a number of mistakes along the way, as does everybody, but I've learned from them, and I'm here today doing what I love, so it's fine.
So if you were giving some advice to somebody starting out in business today, what would that advice be?
It would be to follow your passion, do things for the right reason, and get really, really good at what you do. Study what you do, study how it works, study how what you do fits into the world, and people will know that you're doing things for the right reason. People will see that you're knowledgeable, that you're enthusiastic, that you're passionate, and that's all that people need to essentially convince people to say, yeah, you know what, let's go with these people. Let's do this. They know what they're doing, and I can trust them.
Awesome. Darren, thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome. It's been good chatting with you.